Welcome, friends. Today, we are starting another First Impressions series. Marvellous. That's right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you, this time with another First Impressions series. In the house we are doing First Impressions on today is Argos Fragrances. So, Argos has a little blurb I shall read. Argos, a fine fragrance company, was founded by creator Christian Petrovich in 2014. Argos fragrances are designed to stimulate and attract by arousing the most powerful of our senses. Argos offers, as well as fragrance-related products, candles, electric diffusers, natural oils, travel atomizers and jewellery. Argos pledges to provide customers with exhilaratingly fresh and exotic fragrances that our discerning customers demand. Argos fragrances are made in the USA at a premier distillery that has an ultra-modern equipment, and they are bottled and distributed from the creator's hometown of Dallas, Texas, USA. Argos fragrances are comprised of only the finest natural oils, making it one of the highest quality and most exquisite fragrances on the market. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, so, I've heard of these and seen them, and I've seen the founder on YouTube channels being interviewed by people who he has sent free bottles to, so it's not ideal, but we will give the fragrances a smell, and we will see how it goes. Hopefully there is something here that I will like. I don't have all of them. There are 14 fragrances. I've only got 8, but that is more than half, so I should get a good feel for the brand. Let us see what is first. Danaë. Danaë. Where the fuck is Danaë? There it is. Artist Series 1. What does it say here? Danaë, painted by Gustav Klimt, is portrayed as the quintessential symbol of divine love and transcendence. She was imprisoned in a bronze tower following a prophecy that her firstborn would eventually kill her father, King of Argos. While imprisoned, Danaë is visited by Zeus, symbolized here as the golden rain flowing between her legs. What? It is apparent from her face and fingers cut that she is captured in a climatic moment. This is sensual and divine fragrance. Argos Danaë begins to arouse the senses, opening with bright bergamot and Sicilian lemon. Cashmere wood transitions slowly. Seductive heart notes, of spicy pink peppercorn, deep gaiac, cedar, and cashmere wood transition slowly. Long-lasting and carnal base notes of sweet and sticky sisters, spicy patchouli, Mysore sandalwood, and intoxicating musk leave one enraptured in Danaë's spell. Filth. Let's see what happens, shall we? Sprays aren't great, but that's nothing to... Wow! Wow, it's sweet. Good grief. Oh, what does that smell like? It smells like a Lamal. It's really, really, really sweet. Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Getting some wood from it. Getting something a bit... Oh, God. Oh, it smells like Parfum de Marly, John Paul Gaultier type thing. It's like bubble gum. First impressions are not good. I'm not going to lie to you. It's extremely sweet and bracing. There is some kind of wood in there. It smells very, very designery. Like, you know, that's that modern stuff that Paco Rabanne puts out. It's like, the thing is, it's nondescript. Wood, kind of like this slightly sour. There's something in there that's sour, but it's not like, it's like a polish. Wow, that's like eye-watering. Wow. Massively. Do you know when you take your first few bites of bubble gum and you get all of the flavour all at once, and it's overpowering, and then as you chew it kind of dies down a bit, and then after about 3-4 minutes you get about where it should be, and then after that it dries off into like this like nondescript gum. Like, it tastes like nothing but gum. That is violently sweet, overpowering. There's something in that gives the Paco Rabanne, I don't know which one. It's got a bit of something like Parfum de Marly's. It's got that, you know, Herod is a little bit sweet. It's got the sweetness from Herod, but nothing else from it. But then it's got like something of the Lamal, like a Lamal flanker about it. Wildly overpowering. That, it's not great. It's certainly nothing I'm looking for. You know, that's a young kid's fragrance. That, you know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Okay, next up we have Pallas Athene. Pallas Athene. Ooh, what colour are you? Like a good colour. Gustav Klimt, founding member and president of the rebellious Wiener Session. The rebellious Wiener Session. The group's symbol was Pallas Athene, Minerva to the Romans, the powerful Greek virgin goddess of just causes, strength, courage, wisdom, war, and the arts. It's quite a portfolio you've got there. Legend has it that Athena sprang to life with a tremendous battle cry, fully armed from the brain of Zeus. On her aegis, the golden head of the Medusa. She holds the figure of Nuda Veritas, or Naked Truth, in her right hand, while in the background Hercules battles with Triton. The captivating scent is both romantic and commanding, opening with bright bergamot, delicious red berry, grapefruit, and spicy pink peppercorn. Argos Pallas Athene transitions perfectly into a floral heart of peony, hyacinth, violet, and rose petals. Bold base notes of powdery iris, Mysore sandalwood, amber, earthy vetiver, patchouli, and creamy vanilla produces a powerfully seductive and feminine fragrance. Whoa! Let's go! Let's see what is next. No, the sprayer on this one's much better. But again, that's just one of those things. Right, what we got in here? Okay, again, very sweet. Getting that kind of peppery dryness at the top. All the grapefruit, all the red berry, violet, a lot of violet. it's got a really helpful leather on that kind of berry grapefruit thing. Sweet berry floral. Big red berries, floral, pink, girly. It's got a lot of girliness going on, you know. Really sweet and like sugary berry. Do you know, like when you get squash, we call it squash in the UK, like juice that you have to dilute. If you've ever accidentally taken a drink of undiluted squash and it was like a red berry type, that's like kind of what's going on here. Imagine you were watering a blooming rose bush with like violets and stuff, and you were watering it with undiluted fruit juice. There's just something a little bit pineapple-y kind of thing going on. Like a juice, like the fruit, like fruit juice. Again, massively overly sweet, very juvenile kind of scent profile. Neon in colour, bright. Whoa. Too much. There seems to be a theme for me in a lot of modern releases, and I mean like in the last 10 to 15 years, and it's just power and throw for power's sake, you know? Dying to say power and strength, but obviously not. But like it's got this kind of massive synthetic push, and again it comes at expense, like the volume comes at the expense of the actual smell, you know. It's this kind of pick me, notice me kind of like theory of perfume. If they'll smell us, they'll like it. Not actually thinking about what it actually smells like, just that they can smell you and that they do. Okay. Next one up is quite a famous one that a lot of people have talked about, and it's been pushed quite a lot. I think this one this one is, I mean, gets talked about quite a bit. You can see online for yourself. I think it could be their best seller. The luxurious scent is shrouded in grandeur and mystery. Argos Triumph of Bacchus is a luxurious fragrance opening with spicy saffron, royal green apple and rum notes. Confident and refined tobacco is perfectly paired with amber and vanilla, revealing a powerfully seductive and almost sinful aphrodisiac. Saffron, white peach, green apple, rum notes at the top, patchouli, jasmine, tonka bean in the middle, tobacco, amber, sandalwood and vanilla at the base, with musk. Rum, yes. Saffron a bit, yes. Apple, yes. Patchouli, yes. Sandalwood, tobacco, yes. Vanilla, yes. Okay, so this one is massively sweet as well. So that they're definitely going for the diabetic chic, you know. The brief is, I hope it's not claiming that Christian Petrovich is the actual perfumer behind it, because we've had enough of that shit. Again, it's so sweet. It's so overly, criminally sweet. It's as if somebody's got like syrup and injected it into, like directly mainlined it into you. A little bit of the saffron and the apple providing some kind of twang, some kind of, but it's got an almost like a I mean, the tonka in it's massive. It's got like an almond cherry bakewell kind of vibe, and I like cherry bakewells, but I don't want to smell like one. These are as subtle as a heart attack. These are definitely for like young people who just want you to smell them. They're giving off massive Mancera, Montal, Parfum de Marly vibes. The thing is with Mancera and Montal, you can get them cheap as chips for the same effect. This isn't high perfume. This isn't like, I don't know what the charge, and I'm not going to look until I'm finished. So these could be cheap as chips as well. But it's huge overdoses of massive, sweet, ambery sugar molecules, which frankly, if I had to smell, I mean, I'm already getting a headache from these. Like, too much, far too much. I haven't smelled amber wood yet though, which is a good thing, but it's giving overly synthetically sweet designer perfume, Jean Paul Gaultier, Le Male, vibes. Overly sweet, too much, too far. You know? Okay, let's move on to the last one. The last one we have today. Is Brivido Della Caccia. Wildly romantic, yet strikingly refined and elegant, Argos Brevido Della Caccia unfolds with an enigmatic composition of juniper berries, mate absolute, oriental tonka, rich amber, an animalistic fragrance with accents of subtle leather and birchwood that is equally bold as it is romantic. Pink pepper, clary sage, juniper, green mate absolute at the top. Oil of fluve in the heart. Iris concrete, tonk bean absolute in the mid. Supple leather accord, oil of birch and amber accord in the base. Brivido della Caccia. Let's see what your game is. That's better. Getting something like minty green from that kind of bitter, herbal, Marte juniper thing. Fresh, green. It's much more of a serious perfume, this. The other ones felt childish. Like 12 to 18. This feels a lot more serious. It's a lot more up my street as well. It's a lot more kind of, you know, normal. But again, it's not. It's not great. It's bracing. It's a lot more interesting. And it's a lot more kind of aromatic at the top. I might try this one on skin. I'm getting an almost shaving cream kind of vibe from it. I'm getting the birch now, a little bit of smokiness behind it. Clean, cleansed with like fire, green, you know, smoke through a pine forest kind of thing. Maybe not a pine forest, no. Conifers, that kind of thing, you know. Actually, this is actually drying down quite nice. This is good news. It's bracing. It's quite masculine. It's quite thick, but not overly bad. Like the other three of them, I'll go through them in a second, but the other three of them genuinely smell like candy shop sweets, and like, but not quality ones, you know, like really cheap ones. This is, I like this. This has got quite a bit of promise. Not the fragrance promise, Jesus, no, not the fragrance promise, but that's actually really nice. Birchy, leathery kind of thing lurking in the background. Very aromatic and a little bit fresh at the top. Good news. Okay, let's go back over them. Danaë. Right, so that's gone a little bit weird. That's gone a little bit kind of, excuse me. It's gone a little bit kind of sour. But not necessarily in a good way. Kind of, again, like a sweet shop. You know those sours you used to get? Those really synthetic tasting sweets that were sour? Those really sour sweets that you would smell when you were a kid. Taste. Not nice. Not good. Okay, Pallas Athene. Pallas Athene is dried down to that kind of fruit juice. Overly sweet, overly concentrated, quite juicy, plump, floral thing. Girly. Bit shit. Bit shit. Okay, next up we have Triumph of Bacchus, one of the famous ones. It smells like a fucking cherry bakewell. Generally smells like a cherry bakewell with the icing and everything. And then Brivido Della Caccia. Green, minty, bracing, aromatic, a little bit spicy. I'm going to try this on skin. Okay, there we have it, friends. My first of two. I will be back with another video, and I hope you will see me, and I'll see you then. Bye.